Okay, so this is the Rayman 1 speedrun tournament, Thex versus Ara. This is a bingo single row competition, so first one to fill out either a row or a column or a diagonal will win the race. When both players are ready, we can go. So 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay.
Good luck. I need to reveal the board myself.
Yes.
It doesn't do that automatically. We go. So you might not be able to read them exactly right because they're slightly smaller, but essentially, the first one to fill out their row or column will win. There's different challenges around the game, and once you've done that challenge, you mark it off. Each player can do their own challenge. It's not a lockout bingo. But yeah, that's basically it. There might be a slight delay between the two just because of how we're recording.
Yeah.
So I think Thextera has a slight advantage in this just purely because he's done a lot of bingos himself.
Yes.
But you might see the players standing still for a second just to see what the best route is. Slight delay. Yeah, by about a minute I think. So
Rex is already just going.
They're
as he goes.
Yeah, they're about sync with each other though, so I don't think it'd be that big a deal. We just have to take a minus off when it ends, but there's that delay from the stream and their restreams, I guess. There's a small hiccup for that. What bingo goals can we see then? Let me bring this up on my other screen so I can actually see them. Cool, so it's always quite hard to know exactly what they're going to go for, but generally they'd want to go for early game stuff. Because obviously the earlier game the goals they can get quicker, although there might be some weird goal that is quite late game, so they might want to avoid a certain row for that reason.
Yeah.
But as soon as one of them gets a goal, we'll soon find out exactly which ones they're going for. It does look like Fex is starting an early lead just because he didn't have to wait around. I think he's probably used to thinking on the go and looking at the board while playing. Where I think
Yeah, I had the same problem when I started bingo. I had to think without moving as well.
Yeah, it's definitely overwhelming. It's good to take advantage of these fairy screens as well when you're trying to determine what to do because there's not much you can do in these screens. So it's a good time to actually look at the goals more properly.
Yeah. I'm just having a look, seeing what might be the easiest.
Yeah, so it all seem quite late game ones, to be honest, looking at these.
Which we will not expect to see in a simple bingo, I think.
Yeah, a lot of these are late. I don't see any early game beat biz.
The 2 max percent ones are early game-ish.
I think you need run though for those.
Oh yeah.
Beat
no,
visit.
You need helicopter for swamp.
Yeah, and then also the magicians count as max percent as well, don't they?
I guess if someone was doing that route, they could do an egg row max and then do swamps max.
So it doesn't look like Fex is going for the beat visit without jumping. That one was on the row 4, column 2, so we probably can eliminate those rows and columns unless he hasn't seen that one.
There's going to be a bit of stream delay from the actual streamers stream, no matter what, because what's live to Fex is a little bit delayed to us.
Yeah, you'll see Fex will probably be up a minute ahead, I'd say, on his stream. So I must actually have to rebroadcast it twice to get both synced up. But in terms of Fex and Ara, that on this rebroadcast stream, they're both going to be in sync with each other. So that time is about a minute ahead right now from what they're actually doing. So no spoilers.
Green boy, Nui, indeed.
So I think Ara is going for the no jumping one. So it looks like they are.
That I don't know, it's rows, so maybe they won't go for break 4 engages. Zip 4 times. I'm trying to scan which road. It's easy. It's
Something's
just
happened with
hard.
Ara. Looks like he's abandoning that goal and restarting.
Oh shit!
It looks like it was on purpose though, so I don't think.
No, you are allowed to restart in bingos.
Yeah. I was just saying he didn't accidentally restart. I don't think so. It wasn't a glitch. I think he's done this on purpose. Although I don't know why he would do that unless there's a certain goal that he wants.
Maybe he wants to change his goal.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think which one he might have needed to reset to change his path though.
Either way, that's going to cost him a fair bit of time.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, he's losing that progress, early game progress as well.
Yeah. So it must have been a goal where he can't re-enter the level because the goal must have determined what he did in that level. So it could be certain amount of cages to break. Because there's a top left, there's get exactly one cage in every level except for the level caves levels. So that seems quite a long goal though.
It's a bit hard for us to kind of guess what path they're taking until they reveal their first.
Yeah, he restarted. We're not sure why yet. It must be a certain goal he wants to get, which he ruined.
You are allowed to do that in bingo. That's how bingo.
It's just time loss. That's the only problem with it.
That's what makes bingo really hard, actually.
Yeah, the only one I can see it being is get one cage in every level. That's the only one that makes sense to do a full restart over. Which I guess you'll get on your way anyway, so I get why you'd want to do that goal. But
that's a long stretch, though.
Not the cave levels, though, so it's not as... Effects again, zooming ahead here. He's probably... I know his tactics usually are do late game goals, so rush the early game, don't worry about the early goals too much, and then do the goals later on. That way he's more likely to get the goals he's going for and not overlap with someone who could potentially be on the same pace for the early game goals.
That's a good point. I would open those up. But single bingo is also quite serious about getting done quickly.
Yeah, exactly. So it really does depend on what random goals you got. Looking at these, a lot of them are quite late game goals though. So I don't think you could I don't think you can finish the forest without doing late game.
Like if it's double or triple bingo, then late game isn't too much of a hindrance. But
yeah,
when there's only one row, that could cost you.
There really isn't many early game goals in this bingo by the looks of it.
No.
So what I would looks like I'd go for the column 5. That row, that column. The max percent pink plant woods, beat Allegro screen 1, beat Bongo without dying.
They all look like fairly early to mid game.
That seems like the easiest stretch from what I can see. There's not too many late stuff there either. Especially with effects, with having great max percent knowledge, you should find the PPW max percent quite easy.
Yes.
But if I had to guess, that seems like the one we'll be going for, although I'm not sure which one. We'll have to wait to see what Ara's going to go for.
And that's Rex done with the swamp.
Mosquito's nest. I'm just saying, having looked at any mosquito nest goals here. They zip 4 times, but he would have done that in swamp, so it doesn't look like they're going to go for that one.
Zipping in the swamp.
Oh, you're right. Sorry, zipping is Bongo.
Yeah.
Well, technically, if you had a Tash, you could do it.
Zipping.
With
Yeah,
the
we
plum.
were mistaken zipping.
Unless Vex is going for the plum strat on top of the tree, then zipping that way. But I don't think that's going to be viable.
I mean, Ara will have quite a disadvantage having done that restart.
Ara is skipping goals, so it looks like he's going for the cage goal. So that's column 2, row 1. So depending which branch he's going to take from that. I think he's going to go for the top row though, looking at the goals.
I think 5 times he missed the sacks without pressing down.
He's going for the no jumping one either.
I'm guessing the only way you can clip without pressing down is to do it whilst crouching.
Spam. Yeah, you'd have to spam crawl, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Ooh. That's not something I've ever really practiced.
No, I can't expect it to be too hard. You just got to mash really fast. I suspect it's easier on like Allegro sort of clips. I think that's probably the only ones you could do them on actually.
I've only done it in specific spots. 7 unique green points. Maybe he's doing that too.
Yeah, so they would be the ones in Bongo and Sax. So they're not the easiest enemies to kill in the world. You especially have to take your time. They can be a bit finicky, but I'm sure it won't be a problem for any of these two players. Both players' game knowledge is really high. I think probably the main thing that separates the two is that Fex has a lot more game time and has a lot more bingo experience.
Yeah, I was very intelligent with this game though. Definitely.
Yeah, so he's just got the beat Bizet with a gold stage 2 fist. So that's that one done. So it looks like he's going for column 3 goals, which will be also that Bizet goal he's going for. So I'm assuming he reset then to get that gold fist to be able to do that challenge, because you have to get that gold fist on PPW 2. If you skip that, there's no way you can do that goal without there's no way you can do that goal because you've already killed Bizet by the time you exit the level, and you can't refight the boss fight.
Yo, Robin. Thanks for wishing him good luck.
So that explains why he had to reset the game. But they're going for very different goals from what I can tell. So it'll be interesting which one is actually faster. Double Golem can be a very tricky trick as well. So we'll see, that can probably be quite funny looking when Ara's going
so
for
we have
that.
our first reveal in the middle on row 5. So he could go any of 3 directions.
Well, because he hasn't been jumping on Bizet, I'm assuming he's going to go for the column 3.
Yeah. That seems logical for Cade's stuff.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. And there's
Especially
no reason why you...
like Crystal Palace 1.
Yeah. 12 things. I don't know. I've never done that goal myself. The Crystal Palace one.
12 or less. Christ.
Yeah,
that sounds horrible.
That
sounds horrible. That screen's got so many things.
You're gonna have to get a lot of height, I think, to skip a lot of the level.
Definitely, and it's probably like the bare minimum as well.
Yeah. Effects is almost done with Mosquito's Nest as well. It'll be interesting to see exactly which goal he's going
there's
for.
nothing we can do about that, Kamek. If we make him any bigger, we're intruding their game feeds.
I can do one thing actually. Just so I'll go through the bingo goals.
Maybe you could still decrease that clock a little bit and increase the bingo window. I don't know.
That didn't work at all. I don't want to do it like that. Alright, give me 2 seconds. I might be able to make these bigger. Yeah, it's not going to be an easy way to do it. Well, I'll make it bigger just for a second. So there, I'll bring them up just for a second, just so you can read them, and I'll minimize it again. Just while they're in the Fex in the cutscene, so not much is going to be happening while he's doing that. So if you quickly read them now, that's the best we can do. In future runs, we'll have a better layout for bingo.
What quality setting are you on Kemet, or how I say the name? That might also affect how clearly the lettering is.
So I'm just covering up Fex's screen while Ara's playing. He's currently in the cutscene at the moment, so there's no actual gameplay going on. So I'll give you time to read those quickly.
We do plan to have another scene made just for bingo in the future, so hopefully that will happen within the next few events. He is going to Bongo soon, I think, now.
Cool, yeah. I'm gonna put a link in the chat of the bingo goals with a bigger screen.
Yeah.
Just give me 2 seconds.
Yeah, we didn't even prepare a bingo theme for this, so
We had a 1 in 9
apologise.
chance, so
We apologise.
all right. Here's a bigger picture of it, so you guys can actually see it. If you click that link, that would just be a bigger image that you can keep on your screen, so you can keep an eye on it. So do you have any idea which goal Fex is going for at the moment then?
It's very hard to tell because he hasn't actually got his first goal yet.
Yeah, he's skipping a lot of stuff, so it's got to be late game stuff. I'd bet money on it to column 5, but
Yeah, I think Arrow is definitely gunning for late game, as you say.
yeah, it's definitely he's definitely going for the not getting hit in Bungo because he didn't do the strat to skip.
I'm waiting for screen 3 because if Vex does the zip 4 times, then that means Arrow would also have to change his route.
Yeah, he did. It's not lockout, so they can both still do that. But
Oh no, it's not knockout. No, you're right. My mistake.
I'm noticing Fex is not taking any hits here, so it looks like he's going for that goal.
This is not knockout. Didn't think about that.
He might be going for the zip though. Will he?
Yes, I think he is. I don't know. Maybe he's not.
No, he can't be going for that goal. He's going for the no-hit one, so it's column 5 he's going for by the looks of it.
He didn't go back. He didn't do the mini zips that you can do as well.
Yeah, they'll be much more efficient to do. Is there a max percent? Oh, he's doing the green boys. He's also doing damageless on sacks by the looks of it.
I did notice him killing them.
So which one? Where is green boys on the bingo?
It's row 2, column 1.
Row 2, column 1. Kill 7 green boys, yeah.
Unique green boys, yes.
Okay, so it might be going for row 2, column 5 then. No, row 2, yeah.
We definitely know he's going for row 2 at the very least.
Oh no, he's getting ting, so I don't think it's going to be that one. Oh, beat Allegro screen 1 without collecting tings. He hasn't marked off. I'm confused on which one he's doing.
He knows how to do that, actually. He does know how to do that. Oh, hold on.
Going for a magician as well.
He's definitely doing column 1. He's definitely doing column 1. Right below kill 7 unique green boys is successfully finished 6th.
Yeah, you're right. I wonder why he wasn't taking any damage in Mungo then. I guess he didn't need the cages, so he didn't bother doing the strat, I guess. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it looks like Ara's doing column 3 and Fex is doing column 1.
That means they're not actually contesting a column.
Whichever one they think is faster. Ara does have a slight time disadvantage though because of the reset.
He does have a
even if his
disadvantage for that restart.
So even if his is slightly faster, it still might not be faster because of that.
The good old hunter gun damage abuse. So that's a fun way to damage through him, is to turn around on his gun like that.
Yeah, bingos are quite I wouldn't say they're new, but they've been revitalised lately to oh, that's a bad death from Fex.
Oh, he fell.
He usually punches as well, so he must have been trying to play it a bit risky.
That is not something you see Fex failing very, very often.
From watching his streams, he usually doesn't do that risky strat there. He usually just punches the anti-tunes. He doesn't loses a frame or two.
And those anti-tunes are much more lenient than the one here at the top as well.
Yeah, a lot of the ones with the top bottom they can kill you on like the ones at the top though.
That's crazy. I didn't see that coming. Well, that will help Arrow.
Definitely.
For sure. That's like a minute long death.
So okay, so I think Ara took too much damage and wants to reset this boss fight without jumping. So that's why he's killing himself. It's a really hard challenge to do.
Yeah, well, I think we can confirm Fex is most definitely going for column 1 now.
Yeah, he's also killed another green boy. So there's more than 7 unique green boys as far as I'm aware on the actual map, but it looks like you can get them all done in Bungo. So that's him marked that one off.
There we go, he's got his 7 green boys. We start to see some progress on the bingo for each winner now. Let's see what he does next. I imagine he's just going to rush to magician.
Yeah, so you got to do the magicians. He probably wants to avoid all the. He needs to do a bongo revisit, which is not going to be too bad.
Bongo hills after collecting all cages in swamps.
Yeah, so we have to get the. He hasn't. He would have to get the. No, you're right.
You can one cycle it on first visit. So he's looking like he's going to score another one soon as well.
Yeah, you'd think you that would have been the other way around, so you had to get an ability first.
Vex has definitely found a good route here.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what he's good at.
That doesn't seem right. That goal seems too easy. Because you're going to always have that criteria, aren't you?
I mean, they're always going to be easier or harder objectives, and that's definitely one of the.
Does it look like Ara's having a hard time fighting Visit?
No.
It's a lot harder than you think. This boss fight's designed to be able to punch him while jumping. So you have to do quite precise movement to get him low enough to punch him.
Yeah, and you can only punch his stinger or nose, whatever you want to call it, when he actually attacks you with it. And
the bad thing about Rayman, once you do mess up once, you're then going to have to do it on free health, so it's going to be harder the second time round after dying. It looks like Fex has got another goal to...
Didn't notice that. Must have missed that. I'm pretty sure Ara would have made sure he did it correctly there.
Oh, out taking damage. No, he killed himself. That's why he reset.
Yeah.
Let me go to the stream. How bad is this delay? Because he killed himself so he could reset. No, the delay's fine. Because the commentary should be going along with our. Yeah, it shouldn't.
Yeah, in Visit.
In Visit, not this one.
Did we miss that?
That'll be something we need to look at if he does win the bingo. That's a very valid point.
Gonna look now.
I'm gonna go confirm that or not.
You can't really look because you have caps in their window.
I know he did reset the actual entire console, so that might be why he redid that then.
I will have a quick look whilst I'm at it.
It does look like Ara's going to finish up this Visit fight without taking any damage. Oh, that was too close. Almost taking a hit there. That was clever enough to duck and not get greedy.
Find when he fights. Visit. Okay, first hit. No, what was the rule, sorry, again?
Don't take a hit or jump during an either Visit fight.
Okay, well, so far 2 hits, no hit taken and no jump. Done. Nope, not on the 3rd health as well. Not on the 4th, and there's 1 more health to go.
Didn't mark it.
He dodged it.
How did he dodge it though? Ara's trying to go for.
He did get hit.
Oh, that is bad. That's not. I think he knows.
On the final health.
I think that's why he was just punching the ring in disappointment. That is not looking good for Ara now. I think this is Fex's game to lose. I'm not sure.
He's right. He gets hit on the final health.
I think the only choice Ara has now is to go for the bottom row. That's the only way he can do that. He could restart again, but that's going to take
he could indeed. No, well, I'm thinking if he does the other objectives,
yeah,
restarts, Because that is only close.
It's not that. Oh yeah, because he only has to kill Bizet 1, won't he?
Yeah, you only have to do Bizet. It's done Mosquito.
That's true.
So he could do the other objectives if he thinks about doing it that way. Then
Still,
reset, and then goes and does it to Bizet.
that's still a big time loss, but it could. He's going for the Green Boy objective as well.
It's a few minutes there.
Is he going for the Green Boy objective? Or I'm not quite sure what he's doing.
I don't know, but that would not be on the same road as he is.
I think he doesn't know what to do at the moment. It doesn't look good.
Oh no. Bingo is very hard on the brain, it really is. Being put up against Frex and a Bingo is literally just...
You definitely can't make any mistakes. You
you.
need to make quick decisions, so... Oh, nearly gets double golem there. He could have marked that go out for swag points, but it's not one he actually needs to go for. But that probably would have confused R if he did mark it off the board. I mean, Jamie's right. If he does think of that, he can reset the game, and it's going to take at least 5 minutes, I guess, to get back to that point. But it's not the end of the world if he does decide to go for the top column still. Or they might just go off and decide to do the row 5.
The Mosquito is fine, Kemek. He doesn't have to do that again.
Just the first Mosquito.
Yeah.
I think he is going for the Green Boy kills, but that's on a completely different row and column, so I don't know if that's going to help him or not. Unless he decides, I think he's given up from what unless he's going for the Zip actually.
Go for one of them.
Yeah, he's going for column 3, so he's going for the quick zips on column 3.
Maybe he didn't go for the Mosquito's Nest position, because usually you would have 6 by now if you did divert.
He probably feels like it was too out of the way, maybe, it takes too long.
Yeah, it is a fair bit out of the way. I'm thinking he's going to go for Hard Rock's position, and that will be his 6th.
Yeah, that does make sense, especially when it's not a lockout, so he can deal it at any time. You can probably see which goals Ara's going for, so he didn't feel like he needed to rush that, most likely.
We didn't have track of how many magicians he's done because we didn't know what he was following until now. But I'm gonna guess if he also didn't go for the magician at the bottom of final screen pink front woods, then he would still be able to get his sit from Mr. Stone's Peaks.
So that's Ara doing the 4 zips.
Yes.
So he would be on very good pace if he didn't mess up the Bizet fights. He has to do a double golem, which I'm pretty sure he knows how to do. He's definitely one of these players that like to explore tricks in the game. He doesn't necessarily do a lot of runs. He definitely likes finding unique stuff in the game, so I think that's one of the tricks he will know what to do.
This is a man who made super boosts look easy.
Along with CP1, I think he can definitely do that as well. It's probably him who came up with that bingo goal. It wouldn't surprise me. And then Vizup is something he could have. So this could still be quite a close race, depending on how quickly he can get to CP1 and reset the console.
A long way to go, even in a cageless.
It is. He can skip out the sacks and Gone Heights, right? There's not any.
And he is only in Bongo Hills. He has a very long way to go.
I don't think he has any other choice. I think this is his quickest pass. And Fex has EP3 Magician, which is... I don't see Fex losing this.
Oh, hold on. That's why he's skipping Magicians. Maybe he is aiming for that Magician to be his 6th Magician.
Or for EP3 Magician. Oh, that's a very good point.
Yeah.
That makes perfect sense.
You knock out two objectives in one.
Yeah, because there's no way you can do EP Magician without...
I appreciate that, Bonky. I was honestly quite nervous to commentate bingo because I've hardly ever done bingo.
Especially, there's a lot of goals in bingo, so you don't always know exactly how they're done. So you kind of have to try and work
evaluate
on along.
they are trying to do.
But you're definitely right about that, Jim. That does make... Then the clip 5 times in sacks, which he shouldn't be too far away from, to be honest. I don't think you need run or anything because there's slippery physics in
We appreciate
sacks.
your feedback.
Although you get run anyway, so that should make a difference. Oh, he took a bad... No, he got away with it somehow. That was very close. He could have easily have
Oh
died
my
there.
word! How did he not die?
I've lost many any percent run to that.
That's very lucky. This goes to show, guys. Even the best runners can make those kind of mistakes.
It's not as making mistakes and not having snowballing is the big factor in Rayman.
Yeah.
Most runners there, they most likely probably would have died if they were in an effect situation, but it's not panicking and being able to keep alive, not losing too much time, is when you get those consistent times. The effect is just moving along through the mountains fairly quickly here, not having to get any cages or anything, so he's probably just going to rush to get to EP and Sax, and that's...
Yes. He will probably just cage this past Gong Heights.
The main problem Ara has here, I don't think he's going to have enough time to get to CP1 by the time Fex is done with his
he's
goals.
so far behind as well. He's only on Allegra. And Fex has just finished the hard rocks. That's a huge progression difference. Oh, Ara with the Allegra clip. Very nice.
He tried that several times, but why not at this point? I think the only way Ara could win this if Fex makes a big mistake and has to reset somewhere. You saved nice. Saving time is a Allegro clip if it counts. You get those channel points. So there's not much to say at the moment. It's just getting through the game at the moment, really. They're just trying to race to their own level at the moment.
And Fex is on the screen of death, so...
It'll be very interesting to see Ara go for double golem. That's always fun to watch.
This screen that Fex is on here, this is a casual's nightmare. This screen.
It's even more intense.
It's a very hard screen.
There's a goal for max percent on this screen, I believe, which is definitely without or do the screen without taking damage. That's definitely collecting everything. That's definitely a scary goal. That you can kind of zoom straight through without having to worry about cages still.
And my advice, if there's going to be a blind race of this, take this very slowly and carefully.
Take the checkpoints.
And definitely take the photographers. Just don't rush on the spiky sections. You will panic and die if you do that.
I think everyone's still even speedrunners died to that screen many a times.
Yeah, we've died to it in races, haven't we?
Yeah. I've been on insane paces and just that screen can just do weird things to you.
And then there goes like a minute if you die near the end.
I did go for a cool strat there where if you do a perfect jump, there's two ways of doing it, but generally if you get enough speed and do the right timings, you can go fly and get to the end of this level straight away. It saves like 10 seconds, I want to say.
Don't think it's that much, but it's a nice save.
It's around 5. Yeah, probably around 5 seconds.
Probably about 5, yeah.
Depending on, there's different ways it can happen as well. Like you can skip straight to the cloud as well, which does save a bit of time.
Yeah.
More like 5 seconds.
If we need someone to answer our time save questions, Cronky is always there to tell us.
Yeah.
I thought it was more like 5.
Yeah, I think Cronky confirmed it's like 5 seconds.
10 would be like just being able to jump straight to the end sign or something crazy.
Have you seen the Taz?
The Taz does it, yeah, the Taz does it, but the Taz is a Taz, so.
That's true.
It's hard to say, Kamek, because he has to go all the way to CP1, and that is a long way to go, especially when you're only just leaving Banban. I mean, Vex is well on his way through the mountains.
Yeah,
so
so
a whole zone ahead.
Ara's going to need to get through EP and then also get through PP and then Space Mama. And Space Mama is one of the longest levels, so it's not going to be an easy task. If he was further into the game, he would definitely have a shot here, but then he also has to try and do this trick here, which
and Vex is going to wipe out another magician.
If you kill a golem and then do double golem, does that count as double golem? Or does he respawn in time?
I am not sure.
So if you kill that golem there, can Ara quickly go in and do double golem with one less golem?
Yeah, Vex is just wiping out a very
quick
sort of
magician.
easy magician. Honestly, one of the easiest magicians, if you ask me.
I think
It's
Ara trying to do a
each
super jump
magician.
there, as he does.
And that's a smart magician choice, actually. It's not a long screen at all.
Ara is struggling to get double golem. It is one of the hardest tricks in the game.
Very hard trick. When would you like to do the mats? I would be down to do it on like Wednesday if you wanted, or something, maybe.
This is a struggle with going for one of these tricks that Ara's going. There is skill involved, but there is a slight RNG element of getting enough height, which isn't always consistent with
let
rings.
Thex know, and he probably will be streaming that. I'm saying Wednesday because in case we want to have another oh, what's the word I'm looking for? I can't think. Hold on. Scene, that's it. Scene for bingo. Then that gives one extra day, doesn't it?
That's true. So Ara finally got double golem. As you can see, it looks pretty cool when you do get it. You absolutely go flying. It does save a good bunch of time if you do get it first try.
This is a strat I have been able to do only a few times in practice. It's tough.
So if Ara didn't mess up the Bizet fight, you could have a chance there. He hasn't.
I was too busy thinking clunky. What's that? Go on, destabilize. So.
I was just going to say, depending on how stuck Thex gets on these clips, without pressing down, they can be fairly hard. So there is a small chance Ara can come back into this, but it's going to be very hard.
Yeah. He's well on the way to finishing his objectives, though.
The main problem Ara has, he has to have Thex mess up a lot to be able to have a chance. So it's more down to Thex messing up than Ara playing well at this point.
In fact, it's looking, to be honest, like there's not really much depth for Thex to do.
No, that's the problem he has, yeah.
He's probably gonna go for Sax now, and then he's gonna go for the other two together.
Yeah. So yeah, I won't.
Yes.
That should be wrapped up in the next 5 minutes, 5-10 minutes, I'd say.
And Ara gives the hunter a nice punch in the face.
Yeah.
All shiny and red and whatever do you want to call it. Now, the funniest thing you could do to that hunter at the end of the screen is to punch him and then hit the end sign. You get to see his really hilarious animation. The death animations in this game are pretty amusing.
Yeah, they get cut short most of the time because the music cuts out too soon. Is that right?
Yeah.
Something strange with the PS1 version.
Oh, Ara hangs on the edge there. Luckily, you can hang on that edge.
Yeah, there's a lot of edges you can hang on. There's the odd one that really does do you in if you think you can hang on it when you can't. There's a few edges like
about
that.
Stone's Peaks.
Yeah, that one there.
Yes, that pit, you do not want to fall down that pit.
There's also
that
one
in
the pencil level. There's like a weird wooden platform that you can hang on to, but at least from my experience, it's not very consistent.
The one down by the pit.
Yeah.
There's a good chance you die when you hang on that anyway. Because you're too low down.
Yeah. Effects just in the auto scroll at the moment, not much you can do except from just not die on the level.
Yeah.
And Ara's just coming to the end of the screen.
Vex is making some good progress with his goals.
Yeah, it should definitely be under 50 minutes. I think it's pretty under 45.
Even though he has knocked out more goals currently, he has a long way to go for one of them.
Yeah, you can have 4 early goals, but if you have a 1 really late game goal, it doesn't really make a difference.
He tried the super jump again.
Alright, these are the clips you have to go for without pressing down. As you can see, there's not much you can do in terms of consistency. You just need speed and hope, basically. There's not really much skill involved in this.
Oh, Ara takes a hit. He's only got 1 health now. Careful, Ara.
He should be okay because usually we are only on 1 health on the speed run here anyway.
That's like one of those super duper jumps you can do, isn't it? I think that he tried to do.
Oh, the super jumps, yeah. Araneae is notorious
Super
for
duper
super
jump.
jumps. Super
It
duper.
goes even higher.
Vex is struggling with these clips here, which I expected to happen. But I
Who's
don't
ahead?
know.
You're going to say Vex is definitely.
Vex is definitely ahead. He has
lead.
got a less. Vex, Araneae go a lot further into the game, whereas Vex only has already has all the levels unlocked to do his challenges.
On top of that, Ara opted to restart his one. Like,
But Vex
3 minutes
hasn't
in.
got a single clip yet, though, so I'm worrying if he knows how to do these properly or not.
Yeah, this is
He's
something
only
that
got
I
1
actually
clip,
do.
so he's got
There
4
we
more
go.
to go. There's 2. There we go. He's got the button mashing down now.
Oh, that was good. That was the third one. It's so funny when you see Rayman's feet popping up like that all the time.
Yeah, some of the animations in Rayman, if you abuse the buttons, do look quite funny.
You can tell that he is also doing this with the ball because he's actually actively calling, so we know he's not pressing down.
He's trying for a different method here, where you run and then duck on a certain frame to clip through it. Usually you would do this with down because it's a lot easier.
It's such a good place to do it because you can easily go back up and clip again. I just
Yeah.
think I'll just keep going until he gets it. Time is on his side anyway.
The glitches in this game definitely do make it challenging in a way, but then it also lets you get through the game a lot quicker in terms of certain levels, like Bongo Hills. You don't have to do a revisit.
There we go. There's another one.
I think he's got 1 or 2 more left to go.
Yeah. This is essentially what we call God Clip, by the way. This is what we do for God Clips, guys.
Yeah, so this clip he's doing here, you wouldn't do this in a speed run. You would hold down, which makes this clip 100 times easier.
It's very hard to God Clip Nero, so that's why he's having
I
trouble.
think he's got 1 more left to go now. And then
There
he
we
most
go.
likely, once he gets his last
No.
clip, he'll most likely death abuse to exit the level.
So no, that was not his 5th. This must
That's
be
his 5th now, yeah.
That's got to be it. There we go.
So I imagine him going to death abuse here just to get out the level.
He could. That probably would have been faster than running back.
Looks like he's opting to not though. Probably a little bit slower, but not a big deal. So he's going into this final level now, so all he has to do is...
He had a lot of health to lose, to be fair.
Is he going to get the Bunga Hills magicians, or... I don't quite know. Oh, he wants speed.
One who is winning this.
What Vex is doing there, he's getting speed storage to be able to get to the top a lot quicker than you would going the long way around. So you can get to the magician quicker.
That is a very good speed storage to get to. That actually gives you like the maximum sort of speed.
So he looks like he's only got 4 magicians done at the moment. So this will be his 5th magician, and then EP will be his 6th one. But he's missed a big jump there. That's not good. Good.
Oh no! Yeah, that's a. He's got a long way now. He just didn't get height. Rings can do that to you, by the way. You try to tether as best as you can.
And he does not want to get that checkpoint there, otherwise he won't be able to leave the level very easily.
Oh, he's messed up with the problem too.
There we go, he's up now.
Yeah, so actually, if he does some... Oh no, we don't know how many magicians this is actually.
This is his 5th one, I believe, and then EP will be his 6th one. I think he just wanted run for this one because it's a lot quicker. And it looks proper cool as well with run.
So he's going to die after he does his magician?
I'd imagine so, unless he throws the
going
clip.
to go to EP3.
But Ara is not looking good for Ara now. It's pretty much...
So far to go.
Vex has 1 magician left to go after this, and he's done the goal. He did make a mistake there, but it's not going to cost him anything. He can get straight back up. You can do that magician a lot quicker and make mistakes with run. You're mostly intended to do it with walk.
Out running, yes.
Yeah. So yeah, it looks like he's going to kill himself here, and then just go straight to EP for the last 2 goals. And after this, I think they'll probably have time for another round. So this time Ara will be able to pick any goal he wants. If he, assuming Fex does this and doesn't mess up, but it's looking very, very likely that Fex will do this. It's going to take a lot for Ara to catch up.
He's just got too many long bosses ahead of him too.
Yeah, I mean, realistically, there's no way Ara can catch up at this point.
It's such a long level.
Yeah. He's got
just because of her.
I think I have a better chance of getting world record at the moment than Ara catching up.
Is he going to die?
I have a feeling Ara knows where Fex is as well, roundabouts. I don't see.
Yeah. Fex will just be rushing to the final magician now.
This magician can be a little bit tricky to get with this time on the bingo, but it should
spend a while on here actually. That is true.
What you'll have to do is beat the magician once, and then he will have to do it again to be able to time himself. On the first magician, he only gets a life, so you have to re-enter and then redo the magician.
You can't knock out 2 in 1. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, so what he will... I don't know if he times it himself, it counts or not, but I'm pretty sure they have to go by the in-game magician time.
We'll trust Fex, however he finishes up anyway.
He is used to doing these magician goals, so I don't expect him to find it too hard. It's definitely harder than it seems.
I've never done it in 27.
What sort of time do you get? I've never actually tried it. I haven't
don't
done
know, but that would be hard, I think.
Yeah, I haven't actually done every magician in this game, so I don't even know where they are. Most I know is just watching Fex do it in his max percent runs.
Yeah.
So Ara's going to finish his boss up, but he has a lot of levels to go.
The entire Pizza City is just it's too long.
So he's entering this last mission now, so in theory he can be done in a minute.
But
in under
if
a minute.
Fex does take a long time on this, he can close the gap. But then he would have to reset anyway.
Yeah, he has to reset and then fight Spaceman, which is like a 5-minute boss. It's not happening with it. So what Fex is doing now, he's not trying to do it super fast. There's no need to. He just needs to get to the end.
Unlock the timer.
Yeah.
By getting the reward first, which is a life.
So any mistake like that in the actual run itself, he wouldn't get.
He just messed that up twice.
So he's marked that goal off now to get the magician. So he's doing the 27-second one, and that'll be it.
Here we go. He's got to nail this. This is not easy. You can't make a mistake.
He probably has about 50 attempts, though, for being honest. Maybe not 50. He probably has a good 20 attempts to do this. There. Yeah. I don't expect him to struggle on this too much, though. He might need 1 or 2 tries. There you go. Yeah, he's already made the mistake, so he has to re-enter. I think every time he tries, he loses things.
He has to watch his ting count.
He has to kind of do it this try, otherwise he's going to have to go and make some more tings.
He has to be careful with his ting count now. He cannot.
Do we know how many tings are on that level?
Well, there's 15, but if he was to leave with only 5 right now,
he would have to go scavenge.
Have enough tings. He would have to die. Okay, he can afford to pay the magician now. Is he going to do this? So he looks comfortably.
It looks promising. He doesn't. There you go, under 27 seconds. That's it. So that's Fex winning the race.
Well done to Fex. GG for round 1, and that's a point to Fex.
So what we'll do now is find out if they have time for another race, and we'll let Ara pick his last category. GG to the runners.
Yes.